tragic accident following graduation.
We'll be going over how to do your scheduling and what is required.
And a chance to become the next Mr. Davison. DTV News starts right now. A few years ago, a horrible accident left the Davison community in shock. Good afternoon, Davison. I'm Emmanuel Clinton.
And I'm Emily Ferrante. Alum Caleb DeWitt got into a terrible accident after his own graduation in 2017. DTV's Morgan Welch has his story. Morgan?
Caleb DeWitt was left fighting for his life after the crash. Since that horrific day, Caleb has been working hard to overcome many obstacles.
Caleb DeWitt. It was graduation night in 2017 when disaster struck. He was heading to the school lock-in after the graduation, designed to keep kids safe on their exciting night, and was picking up some friends when he crashed into a car, head-on.
I can still remember seeing the oncoming car before it hit us.
His car ended up colliding into a tree. His friends were okay, but Caleb wasn't so lucky. He had many severe injuries and ended up in a coma.
I had as they call it, a TBI, traumatic brain injury, and that caused my right arm and right leg did not work so well, so it was to my left lobe.
When he woke up in the hospital, the doctors had told him that he had died. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. He was in absolute shock, and then it clicked to him why he had survived.
I also remember speaking to God, and God told me that it is not my time yet.
During his stay in the hospital, whispering was the loudest noise.
We stopped all visitation. The only ones we allowed in to see him was his immediate family, his brothers and his father and I, because the nursing staff and the doctors told us that any stimulation to his brain could cause more damage and he wouldn't heal.
This incident affected many people. Family, friends, classmates, and teachers were all devastated when they found out the haunting news. His little brother, the most.
I think he threw up everything he tried to eat for at least 2 or 3 weeks. Things that I'm sure he wished he would have said. Things they could have done together.
The road to recovery was a long one. Caleb had to go through many physical therapy sessions to regain the use of his limbs. Although the accident happened more than a year ago, his fight still isn't over. He still has problems walking and moving his arm.
I had to sort of relearn walking. It wasn't as good as it was before, and it still is not.
While the accident has caused lots of physical trauma, Caleb says there has been an even bigger struggle in other areas.
No. Former friendships are not that strong anymore, sadly.
So people just not know how to deal with it, don't know how to talk to you?
I think so. They don't say it, but I think so.
How many friends have you lost?
All of them, almost all of them but one.
It's going to take a lot to get Caleb's life back on track, but his struggles have not gone unnoticed. Caleb is a recent recipient of the Spirit Award. It is given by Hurley Medical Center to several patients in celebration of their amazing recovery. Caleb is still in the process of recovering and says each day is a battle, both mentally and physically.
It's been very challenging for multiple reasons. Some days because I just wasn't interested, other days because I had a very severe headache.
Caleb wants everyone who gets behind the wheel to take this piece of advice with them.
Take your time. It's not worth it, no matter what the benefits are of you being there on time. You don't want to die like me, because I did die 3 times.
Step at a time. Morgan Welch, DTV News.
Thanks, Morgan. For students in grades 9th through 10th, tonight from 6 to 8 is Scheduling 101. It will help with course selection and graduation requirements. There will also be information on specialty programs, as well as newly added ones like Drama 1 and 2 and Health Science 2. It will be held in the gym and auditorium.
The Lost and Found has a lot of items waiting to be claimed. If you are missing a coat or some gloves or even your shoes, head to the main office to retrieve them.
Coming up in sports, our basketball teams are gaining all the buckets lately.
And some upcoming tryouts for spring sports.
The annual Mr. way into the favorites of traditions to the Davison community. And you could be the next Mr. Davison. See Miss Abenage to secure your spot. If you're interested, it's almost time to crown someone new.
Our boys basketball team traveled out of Cardinal Country and held their own. Good afternoon, Davison. I'm Kate Lawrence. The boys snapped their losing streak on Tuesday with an overtime win against Goodrich. Then on Friday night, they faced off against the Jaguars of Flint. During the third quarter, our Cards led the score by only single digits, but they quickly changed that. The boys got the W with a final score of 58-47. Great job, boys, and way to show what it means to be Davison made. Any boy interested in swinging some clubs this spring should see Miss Stocker in room 336. More information will be given at that time. Speaking of spring sports and swinging, you can swing a bat instead. If you are interested in playing baseball this spring season, there will be a sign-up meeting on Wednesday the 13th at 9 in the morning. If you plan on attending, make your way to the West Hallway. There's always something happening in the world of sports, and this week is already proving to be no exception. Tonight, the girls' varsity basketball team will be taking the court in Lumberjack territory at 7. On Tuesday, the 12th, some water-skilled Cardinals will be competing at Holly High School at 6, hoping to make a splash in the world of swim. The varsity bowling teams will be hitting the lanes also for SVL singles at Monitor Lanes. Then, because Davison Cardinals are always flying, the bowling teams will hit the lane for a second time on Wednesday at Grand Blanc Lanes at 5:30. And the boys' varsity wrestling team will hit the mats to compete at regionals. Good luck. Show those other teams what it means to be Davison made. While our winter sports athletes are hitting the opponents hard, so is this crazy weather. Be sure to stay safe out there. I'll toss it over to your weather update. BK, what can we expect this weekend?
Well, Kate, this week looks to be a hectic with a winter storm warning from midnight tonight through Wednesday. Today, it is the best looking day of the week with a high of 31 and a low of 25, with clouds looming above. Tonight, the winter madness starts. Tomorrow morning, prepare for a mess with a mix of snow and rain. The roads will be slick and dangerous, so if we do not have school, be sure to keep off the roads if possible. If you have to get out, be sure to drive slowly and be safe. Keep things such as a phone charger, extra winter gear, and blankets in your car for the worst case scenario. We will see a high of 38 and a low of 21. Moving over to Wednesday, looks to be a windy one with, if you have long hair, you may want to go with a messy bun that day. Winds will get up to 22 miles per hour, and the temperature will be a high of 27 and a low of 21. Try to stay inside and warm because those winds will be brutal. On Thursday, get ready for some more snow showers in the afternoon with a high of 37 and a low of 25. Again, the roads will likely be slick, so I can't say it enough, drive safely. On Friday, a high of 31 and a low of 14 with more snow. Have fun shoveling your driveways, Davison. This has been your weekly forecast. Back to Emmanuel and Emily on the desk.
Tomorrow, DTV will be broadcasting the Central Choir Concert live at 7 on our Charter Channel 191. Be sure to check out our Twitter at DTV_official in case the event gets canceled due to weather. You can also find us on Facebook at DTV on DTV News. If you happen to make it out tomorrow, stop by our table outside the auditorium doors or buy a DVD for $15. Or make a donation to DTV so we can bring you even more brilliant content.
On DTV Choose, it was War of the Sports, spring versus winter. And it's safe to say that spring dominated the competition. Thanks to all who voted. Well,
So scheduling 1-on-1 is tonight, and I might be going to help DTV out.
Yeah.
Mandy?
Yeah, we are seniors, me and Bailey, so
You know what? Good for you guys.
Yeah.
Don't remind me.
Well, I remember going to those, and it was some good times.
I'm excited to see what our Health Science 2 has to offer.
Yeah, I might be excited to see, I might stop by and see what the drama thing is all about. And also, remember that there is no Quiz Bowl practice for tonight. I'm Kate Lawrence alongside Bailey Kinnaman, Emily Ferrante, and Emmanuel Clinton. Have a great day, Davison, and go Cards!